If you're an offensive style game player who loves to attack, I have 4 different civilizations which you might want to look at before you choose who you're going to roll with. What is going on, guys? It is Duke. Welcome to today's video. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Today, we're going to look at something which is the polar opposite of what we looked at yesterday. Now, in yesterday's video, we checked out 4 different civilizations which might benefit you if you are more of a farming, like a pacifist style of game player. Now, each and every single one of us, we play the game different, so different styles of play maybe would benefit from using different civilizations. So a couple different things you want to look at. So let's help out our alliance mates first. We're going to jump in and look at these 4 different civilizations which might benefit you and your style of gameplay. So first one is my civilization here, which is not why I chose them from the beginning. If you know anything about me and my channel, you know that I picked Germany only because of my German roots. Nothing to do more elaborate than that. That is it. But here is one that is great for an offensive style of gameplay. So we're going to look at it. Basically, here we go. Increase cavalry unit attacks by 5%. So that's a big deal. That is big time here. And the Teutonic Knight, they are a great unit in the game. Now, especially for those who are looking to spend some money into the game to get up to the point where they can run out full cavalry armies, these are very, very strong. So that's one thing that you do want to look at. Also, increase troops training speed by 5%. So, of course, the faster you can train up your troops, the better. So that is always one thing you do need to look at. So 2 out of the 3 buffs for Germany are very good for this style of play. Now we're going to jump over to Japan. Now Japan is great for resource gathering, but increases troop attack by 3%. So that is another thing too. And a special unit samurai. Everybody loves samurais, don't you? It's awesome. So if you like Michonne from Walking Dead, then you'll love the Japanese civilization here. But increase troop attack, all of your troops, not just cavalry, not just infantry, everyone. So 3% on all of your attacks of an increase just by being the Japanese civilization. So that is one big thing that you do want to look at. So scout march speed, 30%. If you're an attacker and if you play that style of offensive gameplay, you got to be sending out your scouts because you're not going to go in. Maybe if you're me playing the game, you might go in blind, but always got to send out your scouts first. See what they're dealing with because you really got to base your army that you're going to attack off of what they have. So remember, everything kind of balances out each other. There's like checks and balances when it comes to the game, and there's not one troop that's more powerful than another. So you got to scout them out, see what you're going up against, see if you're going up against tier 5 troops. You don't want to be rolling in with your tier 4s against tier 5. So you got to send your scouts. So scout march speed is improved by 30%, which is pretty ridiculous. They're fast already on those horses running out with their whistles and everything. So that is cool. So next one we're going to jump into is a little bit different. We're not going to look so much at specific troops and the buffs. We're going to look at this 3rd buff here. So we went through the increases troop health, which that is a big deal. That is a big deal. Wood gathering doesn't come into play here. And hospital healing speed by 20%. So if you're an offensive game player and you love to attack people, you got to bet that your troops are going to get wounded in here and they're going to be working their way into your hospitals. Your hospitals are going to get some beds taken up in there. And what better way to take care of those troops than to have a 20% healing speed boost. So look at that. And hospital healing speed boost by 20%. That's great because you don't want them sitting in there for so long. 20% can work their way through, get back out on the field, and start attacking more, especially during Mightiest Governor event when you're going to be having those hospitals working overtime with bouncing from spot to spot. Can get you back in the game fast. So like I said, a little bit different from the buff on specific troop style. This one affects your hospital healing. Last one we're going to look at here. Now keep in mind, these aren't the be-all, end-all. These are just my take on looking at the civilizations and going in there. So if you have anything else you want to add to that, make sure you put it down in the comments down below. We love hearing your constructive feedback. So here's the last one we're going to look at, Korea with Yulji. So if we look at that, the second one there is the biggest one. So that I'm looking at here. You got increased archer defense, of course, which is great for offense to have a good defense. Some people say the best offense is a good defense, but look at this. increase hospital capacity by 15%. So that is huge, because you remember, if you're going out there and if you're attacking and you're attacking with a bunch of different march queues, if you fill up your hospitals, the remaining ones who get wounded, they're gone, they die, they're out. So that is one thing you really need to keep in mind. So you can go 15% over and on top of what you can keep in there. So that is a big time. So if you can keep 100 troops in a hospital to get healed up, now you can have 115. So that is also something to really keep in mind. A lot of different things that you really need to look at with these different civilizations. There's pros and cons for every single one, but you really have to look at your style of gameplay versus how the different civilizations work for what you do with their different buffs, things like that, if they're fun, if they're not, if they're good. But like I said, all of them are good in their own capacity. I've never really heard somebody say that a specific civilization is just terrible. I see everybody using them. I'm sure you guys do. Let me know down in the comments down below for attacking. Is that something that you chose to do or not? Or is that how you choose to play your gameplay? I know a lot of people are going out there kamikaze style, but you really have to have a plan behind it. And we will talk to you guys later.